Hello, I am Dr. KK Misra. I welcome you all to my YouTube channel or classes. This video tutorial is on research aptitude. Now come to the question. Question number 1. Ordinarily, a good piece of research follows four phases. They are given below. 1. Setting of objectives. 2. Analyzing data. 3. Collecting data. 4. Interpreting the findings. Which of the following orders for these phases is correct? So the correct option is B, where first should come first, followed by third, further followed by second and then fourth. 2. What do you consider as the main aim of interdisciplinary research? A. To bring out holistic approach to research. B. To reduce the emphasis of single subject in research domain. C. To oversimplify the problem of research. D. To create a new trend in research methodology. The correct option is A. To bring out holistic approach to research. 3. One of the aims of the scientific method in research is to A. Improve data interpretation. B. Eliminate spurious relations. C. Confirm triangulation. They introduce new variables. The correct option is B. Eliminate spurious relations. 4. The depth of any research can be judged by A. Title of the research. B. Objectives of the research. C. Total expenditure on the research. Or D. Duration. The correct option is B. Objectives of the research. 5. Research can be conducted by a person who A. Has studied research methodology. B. Holds a postgraduate degree. C. Possesses thinking and reasoning ability. Or D. Is a hard worker. Correct option is A. Has studied research methodology. 6. Which of the following statements is true? A. Objectives of research are stated in first chapter of the thesis. B. Researcher must possess analytical ability. C. Variability is the source of problem. Or D. All of the above. The correct option is D. 7. Suppose you have a glass of milk and with a measuring glass you continue to add half of plain tea and every step till your friend reports a change in judgment in the color of milk. The quantity of tea added has just crossed what is just termed as A. Illusion. B. Absolute threshold. C. Color blindness. Or D. Just noticeable difference. Correct option is B here, absolute threshold. 8. The approach which has its roots in Gestalt Psychology is popularly known as A. Holistic approach. B. Stimulus-Response-behaviouristic approach. C. Dynamic and psychoanalytic approach. Or D. Cognitive. The correct option is D. Dynamic and psychoanalytic approach. Rather, Gestalt psychology must be related with dynamic and psychoanalytical approach or psychoanalytic approach with Gestalt to remember. 9. Suppose one experimenter E in psychology firmly believes that Brahman in children are inherently superior to the Harijan children. Naturally, he would never think of home environment as an explanation. This is a very obvious example of A. Experimenter's bias, B. Subject's bias, C. Stimulus error, or D. Response error. The correct option is A. Experimenter's bias. 10. Which one of the following approaches tries to analyze human behavior in terms of stimulus response units acquired through the process of learning, mainly through instrumental conditioning? The correct option is C. Stimulus-Response-behaviouristic approach. 11. Which of the following is not a method of research? The correct option is A. Observation. 12. Which approach emphasizes the role of instinctual processes and their modification in the course of interaction with the society. The correct option is A. Dynamic and psychoanalytic approach. 13. Which approach placed emphasis on human existence, the need to establish a sense of personal identity, and to build meaningful links with the world? From among the options available, correct option is D. Existential approach. 14. Research can be classified as A. Basic, applied and action research. B. Quantitative and qualitative research. C. Philosophical, historical, survey and experimental research. Or D. All. Your correct answer is D. All. 15. The first step of research is A. Selecting a problem. B. Searching a problem. C. Finding a problem. Or D. Identifying a problem. Correct option is D. Identifying a problem. 16. To test null hypothesis, a researcher uses A. T-test, B. ANOVA, C. chi-square or D. factorial analysis. Here, correct option is B. ANOVA. In fact, null hypothesis can be tested by all the three: T-test, B ANOVA test and C chi-square. So please do not take only ANOVA as the correct answer. Rather, all the three are correct answers here. And as far as factorial analysis is concerned, it is applied in, doing analysis of the difference between two variables. By the way, question number 17. A research problem is feasible only when A. It has utility and relevance, B. It is researchable, C. It is new and adds something to knowledge, or D. All. Your correct option is D. All. 18. Existentialism tries to reach modern man, offer him help in terms of clarifying his values, work out a meaningful and purposive existence. Psychologists who shaped this approach were, correct option is A. Rollo May, R.D. Lang and Eric Fromm. 19. The system which still survives very nearly in its rigid forms is, correct option is B. Dynamic and psychoanalytic approach. Question number 20. Which approach tells us that under normal conditions, the organism is not a passive recipient of stimuli, but an active seeking and striving entity trying to master the environment and also master itself? The correct option is A. Organism, holistic and self approaches. 21. Bibliography given in a research report, correct option is B, helps those interested in further research. 22. Fundamental research reflects the ability to, correct option is B, expound new principles. 23. The study in which the investigators attempt to trace an effect is known as, correct option is B, ex post facto research. 24. Generalized conclusion on the basis of a sample is technically known as, correct option is A, data analysis and interpretation. 25. Psychologists are sometimes interested to study consciousness even though they have no method of observing it directly except by using, correct option is A, inference as the only tool. 26. The psychologists who are especially concerned with increasing the efficiency of learning in school by applying their psychological knowledge about learning and motivation to the curriculum are popularly known as, correct option is D, educational psychologists. 27. The term unconscious motivation describes the key idea of, correct option is C, psychoanalysis. 28. The experimental study is based on, correct option is A, the manipulation of variables. 29. The main characteristic of scientific research is A. Empirical, B. Theoretical, C. Experimental, or D. All. Here correct option is D. All. 30. Authenticity of research finding is its correct option is C. Objectivity. So this was all about this particular video tutorial. I hope that you have liked it, and if you have liked it, please do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel R Classes and press the bell button and pass on to others those who are needed in the future. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Best of luck.